The good news? Integration lasts way longer than you think it does. Let's get into it. Hi, everybody. My name is Jill. Welcome back to the Journey Sage. And this is the channel that I wish had been around when I was healing my childhood trauma-induced PTSD with psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. And today we're going to talk about how integration is still working, even though you might not feel it. Now, if you've been around this channel a little bit, you know that integration is the time period after a therapeutic journey, the days, the weeks, the months, depending on your particular trauma, what you're working through, and all of those kind of components kind of decide how long your integration is going to be. There's really no solid answer. But what I'll say is that right after a therapeutic journey, I like to think of the integration time as like a beautiful roaring fire. It's warm, there's lots of activity, there's lots of ideas, there's lots of pattern making. It's just kind of amazing that, oh my gosh, how did I not see those patterns or see those links before? And then as the days and the weeks and the months go on, that fire absolutely burns down and you have the ashes, the embers, and it's super, super tempting at that point to kind of think that your integration is just done because you don't have that like immediate burst of energy. But the reality is that integration happens as life happens. And so let me give you an example. I had my last MDMA journey in October where I healed a huge trauma point with the passing of my partner. I didn't even know that trauma point was there. But integration at the very, very beginning was again like that big roaring fire with lots of ideas and lots of healing, and things have absolutely tapered off. Well, for the past 2 months, I've been dealing with my dog getting sicker and sicker. She was 17. Sadie was the sidekick in my memoir. She's the one that all those dog walks where I did a ton of meditation with walking with her. You know, she was the star of the show for a long time. And I knew she was declining. And during these last 2 months, there has been a lot of disassociation, a lot of tears, a lot of anger at the universe that I was losing my dog, and all of those kind of natural feelings. But I was also very aware Sadie was my third dog, and my prior two dogs, in my opinion, I had let go too long, that they were both in some sort of pain when the time came. And I wanted to make sure that, I had treated Sadie like the little princess that she was. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't make the same mistake and that she was in undue pain or unnecessary pain. But I have to tell you, the tears and the disassociation and just the absolute, I didn't want to do this was just incredibly extreme. I mean, I haven't even been filming for a few months. When I finally had the courage to just kind of sit down quietly, cry about it, and really think about this intense reaction I was having, even though this other part of me wanted to take care of her and make sure that she wasn't in any unnecessary pain, sitting down, being quiet through the tears, suddenly the image of the day after my partner's passing came to me. And here's where the integration link makes sense because suddenly I saw the pattern. I saw the fact that I was looking at the death of Sadie, death of my dog, and I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified that that grief and that loss would mirror the level of the grief and the loss that I had from my partner. That fear of experiencing that level of pain was absolutely stopping me from making any sort of decision. Once I understood that, I immediately got on the phone with one of my best friends and talked through it. Having an empathetic witness absolutely helped me realize where my emotions were coming from and what had to happen so that my dog wasn't in any more pain that she needed to be in. Additionally, I called a lovely friend of mine who came over, and together we, at home with a vet coming to the house, had a lovely experience. Sadie had no idea what was going on. She went out eating her favorite treats. I mean, I'm smiling at it because she didn't have any fear. It was a lovely experience for her. It was awful for me. I still had an afternoon of tears and all that kind of stuff. But the MDMA integration allowed me to sit quietly and see that connection that my subconscious was making between losing my dog and losing my partner, allowed me to see that connection, allowed me to work through it with a friend. And then I did the right thing and helped Sadie move forward in kind of, hey, I'd love to go out eating my favorite treat and not have a clue what's going on. So there we go. So I offer that to everyone, that integration might seem to take longer only because life has to be lived so that you can continue to see the connections that exist and work through them and move forward. So there you go. Give yourself some grace and give yourself some time and patience as you're working through your own integrations. As always, if you'd like to learn about me, more of my story, Rescuing Jill and the Companion Workbook, they're both on Amazon. Head on over to thejourneysage.com where I have more information and resources, and I'm keeping up the picture of me and Sadie on that website just to make me smile. And so until next time, take care.